Everybody, thank you very much. My name is Abdul Hakim, or I prefer you call me Fasco. It's very short and it's an acronym of my name, Fasasi Abdul Hakim, and my native name, Olabayi Onle. That's where the Fasco comes from. And thank you very much. What changed me? I used to be a very introverted person. I can't face crowd. Talking to two persons is a challenge for me growing up. When I was in secondary school, high school, as some of you might know, I can barely talk to classmates. I can't face them. I wasn't a very serious student. I'm not a very bright student as well. I repeated some classes, like 2 different classes back in primary school, like 2 different times, and yeah, I wasn't the bright student as well. What changed me? When I was leaving secondary school, I went to a boarding school, junior secondary school. I went to a boarding school. My elder brother was in that same secondary school. He has a mantra, or let me say a favorite quote of his: make a difference. My brother is a very smart guy. He was a prefect, and I'm his younger brother. I'm not so bright for him. He has this mantra, make a difference. Like he writes it, he inscribes it on walls, like people see it everywhere. And I'd be like, make a difference. I'd be like, how? How do I make a difference for myself? Then when I was leaving secondary school, although I happened to also become a prefect as well in my final year in secondary school, I became an agri prefect boy too, because I love being a farmer. Growing up, I've always wanted to be an accountant or a farmer. My dad is an accountant too. That's where I picked being an accountant from. But I ended up being a farmer, and I'm still a farmer as well. And I'm here studying economics in Brno. Something in finance, and something I want to do. What changed me? That single quote, make a difference. Fast forward to 2020, post-COVID. I was going for my youth service in Nigeria, National Youth Service Corps. It's more like a universal thing in Nigeria that you have to serve your fatherland. You have to be posted to a different place from where you studied or where you are from. You serve your fatherland there, more like the armies in other countries. So I think some countries have a mandatory 1 year army thing, yeah? In Nigeria, it is NYSC, Nigerian National Youth Service Corps. I was posted to Nasarawa State, North Central Nigeria. I was born and bred in the southwestern Nigeria, and it is perceived to be a not so safe zone in Nigeria to be going to the North Central or the North in Nigeria. Then I felt like, what exactly am I going to do in Nasarawa State? I studied agricultural sciences in the university, and I'm being posted to Nasarawa State to work at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. How does it relate? What changed me? Wanting to make a difference. When I was in the university, I joined a political party. I became very outspoken, trying to make a difference. From my brother's quote, make a difference. And I was like, okay, how do I stand out? There was nothing really much to do because it was post-COVID, there was no activity. Then I started thinking, how do I stand out? There are a lot of people. Then I started attending conferences. Then I met a mentor, Mr. Barnabas. He's a really cool guy. He's a young adult in his 30s now, in his late 30s now. He's like, I like your vibes. Then he picked me under his arms, and whenever I have an event, he called me, Fasco, let's do this, Fasco, let's do that. I'd be like, yeah, fine. Then I always look up to him if I need any advice on anything at the office, because I was working in the office. And I championed the fact that because of creating a documentary for the tourism board in Nasarawa State. Even though I'm a farmer, that they felt like, why are you posted here in the first place? You studied agriculture and you're here in the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. Then I championed the course of creating a tourism documentary for the whole state. From that same quote that my brother used to write around, make a difference, I picked that up for myself and I felt like, yes, this is what I need to do here, make a difference. From being a farmer to being somebody that is creating something for the tourism industry, although it is my passion to always travel around. I enjoy traveling. But from the general notion of you are a farmer and you are here, I thought I need to tell them that it doesn't really matter what you studied in university, what you're doing and how you can do it. You just need to have that notion that yes, you can make a difference regardless of what you study. So that was what changed me. And here I am today in Brno, traveling over 17,000 kilometers away from Nigeria, and I'm trying to make a difference as well. I always see myself as, you are black, you are here, you need to make yourself proud, and you need to stand out and make a difference. A meaningful one. I really don't have much to say, and thank you for listening.